So let's get started. Here is my plan with me for April 2020 by yours truly, Gurezu. So starting with my cover page to set the mood for April. It's actually my first time to use this brush again and my hand is kind of wobbly, but here it goes. And now it's time to decorate using Paperang prints. It's my favorite part actually. For those who are not familiar, Paperang is available for free in Google Play Store. So this is where you start to choose and send your prints to the Paperang printer. Oh, another thing to remember is that Paperang uses Bluetooth, so you have to enable it first in the mobile before printing. The app is also like an Instagram wherein everyone can share images and graphics for everyone to print. So my idea for my cover page this month is to print whatever I like and paste it here. Simple as that. Most of the images that I like are about traveling. Like this photo here, I choose this image from the feeds of another Paperang user. And I miss traveling, and April is supposed to be summertime, but COVID-19 spoiled the fun for the most of us. But I hope everything will be under control by the end of the month, not only for travel reasons but for the economy. So let's just continue to pray for that, I guess. No choice. So here's another amazing graphic which merges camera and traveling. It speaks volume about me because I am crazy about taking photos whenever I am traveling. And here's another one. It's a backpack for traveling again. At this point, maybe you already know what I am going to do once all this chaos is over. I can't wait. At this time, I want to print something coming from my gallery and not from Paperang. As you can see, you can resize this image according to your liking, and you can also choose the intensity of the print. I choose dark. It's my preference. For me, if you're not really good at drawing like other bullet journalists, you can definitely use Paperang. I recommend it as a good option. And now I'm almost done. 3, 2, 1, and it's done. Now it's time for the second part, which is the monthly log. So here, as you can see, I can find my ruler, so I improvised by using a hard paper. For starters, monthly log is where you usually jot down the expected events of the month, so you won't ever forget them, like birthdays or parties. This is also where I put my goals for the month. That is very important for me. What I will do differently this time is I will also put my weekly goals in this spread. I will write it between these lines that I align to every week of the April calendar, just so I won't forget them. Now I am drawing the mini versions of the April calendar at the bottom right. This will serve as my habit tracker. Before, I reserved one whole page for this, but I decided to save space for this month. This will also lessen the effort of turning pages every day because I tend to forget to log on my habit trackers. Now I'm finishing my calendar. And now it's time for some calligraphy action. I am using a brush pen here which I bought last year, and yet I only started using it now. So as you can see, my calligraphy is still not that good. I actually lost my passion in calligraphy for a while, but thankfully bullet journaling returned it back to me. Now I am practicing again because of it. What I am planning here in the weekly target section is to break down my monthly goal and distribute that task weekly to be able to achieve that goal. It's my first time to do it, so let's see the outcome. Well, improving productivity is a continuous experiment and process, and doing this spread is part of that experiment. And now it's time to decorate using Paperang mobile printer again. And now it's done. And now it's time for my blog and social media planner. So it's really my intention this year to be active in blogging and writing. That's why this spread became essential for me. The left part of this spread will be for vlog ideas, because sometimes there are days that my brain has a lot of creative juices and I have to write them down. So for the days that I can think properly, I would be able to review my ideas here. By the way, my Instagram is Gurezu. I also have Facebook and WordPress site. So I will put everything in the description just in case you want to connect. Then on the right side will be for daily logs, if I release a content in a certain date, or for scheduling posts. Also last month, I started using Facebook and Instagram Creator Studio. It's a good tool for scheduling your posts, so you won't have to upload and think of captions every day. Great tool for saving time. Then as you can see here, in Paperang app, you can also design your labels. And I also added this Paperang cat emoticon because it's so cute. And now we're done. And now for the next spread, which is the Payday Tracker. In Paperang, you can also easily design and print banners like this. I imagine you can use this in printing name tags and labels. For that purpose, I think it would be useful to use sticker paper, which is also supported by Paperang. And I'll go MIA for the meantime. Feel free to listen to relaxing music while I cut and paste everything. Now I'm writing here my regular expenses for the month. I mark items here that are already paid and write the dates of the payment. And now I'm drawing some little boxes for the division of my monthly income. Here I am applying principles of Truly Rich Club on dividing salary. Like for example, 50% goes to expenses, 20% for savings and investments, 10% for tithes or charity. Then 5% each for education, enjoyment, emergency, and empower or luxury fund. I'll explain that maybe on my blog. So these boxes here corresponds to each division. Then I take note where I'm spending those funds. So yes, I'm copying. Like for example, in the 10% tithes and charity box, I enter some info and how much I gave for a donation drive for PPEs or other charity institution during COVID-19 pandemic. For the note box, this is where I track the amount of savings I have in my bank account when the month started, and for the other one, that would be the status of my accounts once the month ended. This is to ensure that I am saving money as I promised to myself and I am not spending too much. So just adding some decorations. And now it's time for my weekly spread. For the first week, my theme is about healthcare frontliners, and because they are the true heroes of our time. So I printed artworks by various Filipino artists like Carlos Vergara. I want that every time I look at this spread, I remember their sacrifices during this time. Common section in my weekly spread would be the goals for the week, and of course the body, where I jot down my thoughts and accomplishments every day. And now it's done. And now it's time for the second week spread. So there are many cute lovey-dovey images in Paperang. So I decided that relationship would be the theme of this spread. Like this particular graphic here, it tells a lot of what love should be like, which is embracing all the flaws. I really like this image. By the way, I decided to create a black and white Bujo theme for April because I heard that many people were being discouraged with their Bujo. Like if they are not colorful enough, or their Bujo turns out not as aesthetically pleasing as those with amazing doodles, writing, and colorful collage. I want to say that even if your Bujo does not look like those you can see in Pinterest boards, as long as your Bujo is functional to your life, then it is still a bullet journal, and that is more important. It's not wrong to aspire for an artistic Bujo. I also would like to work on my doodling skills as a challenge. But there were times that I also feel frustrated that my spreads are looking lazy or not Instagram worthy. But I realized that aesthetic is the second priority for now. If I have time in the future, I'll do artistic Bujo definitely. So for now and past months, I rely on prints, stickers, and washi tapes. So don't let the pressure taunt you from creating your own Bujo. Start simple with a notebook and a reliable ball pen. Then you will transform along the way as you discover what fits your needs. Just focus on the functionality and consistency in writing. And now I'm going MIA again. Enjoy the relaxing music as I finish this spread. And now it's done. It's time for a flip through of my April setup. If you notice, I only work on until the second week spread of April. It's because I decided to be spontaneous for the rest of the week. I want to design them based on the mood or spur of the moment ideas. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed watching my very first Plan With Me video. Hope to spend time with you again in my next Bujo videos. Have a nice day ahead.